Hello everyone, in Poland this is problem 1840, maximum building height. This is a reasonably hard problem, so let's see how to solve it step by step. We are trying to build n new buildings in a city. For this we have to meet these three conditions. The height of each building must be a non-negative integer, the height of the first building must be 0, and the height difference between any two adjacent buildings cannot exceed 1. We also have an array restrictions where each element is an array with two values. The first one is the building ID, the second one is the maximum height for this building. For example, this building can have a maximum height of 3. We have restrictions for buildings 2, 5, 7, and 10 in this case. You can see the maximum height here. The first observation here is that we are limited by two variables. First, we have restrictions. Here we have maximum heights. For example, here we don't have the ID number 4, which means that the height could be positive infinity. So we are limited by the array that we are given, and we are also limited by the previous building. We know that the height of the current building cannot exceed the previous height plus 1. As you can see here, this height is 2, and the height of building number 4 is 3. So the difference can be at most 1. Now, considering this, we have to return the maximum possible height of the tallest building, which in this case corresponds to building number 8. Here the height is 5, so this is the result in this case. And maybe you are wondering, if the height of building number 8 is 5, why don't we use a 6 for building number 9? The difference between 5 and 6 is 1, so we should be able to build this with a height of 6. The problem is in the next building. If we use a height of 6 for 9, then there's no way to build anything at 10, because here we have a limit, which is 3, and the difference between 3 and 6 is 3. And 3 is greater than 1, so this is not possible. That's why we have to decrease 1 here. And we have one more problem. In the constraints it says that we can have up to 10 to the power of 9 buildings. And this is a very large number. This means that even a solution that runs in big of n time complexity will throw time limit exceeded. So we have to think about something else. The main idea here is that instead of iterating buildings, we will iterate consecutive restrictions. Here we only have 4, so let's say that we are looking at this pair. The IDs are 2 and 5. What's the maximum height that we can use for this building? How do we get the number? Well, we can take the minimum between the height according to the restriction for this ID, which is right here, it's 3, and the distance in between this restriction and the previous restriction plus the height of the building corresponding to the previous restriction. Here we have the IDs, they are 5 and 2, so the distance is 5 minus 2, which is 3. And here we can add the height of the previous building, which is 1. 3 plus 1 is equal to 4. So we take the minimum between 3 and 4, and this is equal to 3, which means that the maximum height at this building, considering the current and previous restrictions, is 3. Now, if we want to iterate buildings in order, first we have to sort the array that we are given. This is very important. Now we can actually see this in order, go from left to right, and get the maximum height in every case. But we are missing something. Remember that for every one of these buildings we have two limits. One is given by this array, and the other one is given by the previous building. So now we go from left to right, and we are checking buildings to the left of each building. Next we have to go from right to left and check buildings to the right of each building. So we are iterating restrictions 2 times. Another very important observation is that we need to set left and right bounds. Why? Well, let's say that the first restriction is at building number 6, so we don't have this. Here, if this is the case, the maximum height of this building could be 1 more. It could be 5. The reason this is not 5 is because of previous buildings. That's why the maximum height in this case is 4. So we need to know where are the left and right bounds. So we will add 2 arrays here. One with the values 1 and 0, which means that the ID number 1 has the height of 0. This is in the description, so we will always add this array. And in case that we don't have an ID equal to n, we need to add another array with n, and the second value corresponds to n minus 1, which in this case would be 9. Here we don't add this array because we already have the ID in restrictions. Let's say for a moment that we don't have this array, so we add the array with the right bound. Why do we use 9 here? Well, because if we start from 1, the maximum height that we can achieve is n minus 1, and you can see this in the drawing. You can do something like this. Here heights are 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, okay? n minus 1. And for the last question, how do we get the final result? For example, let's say that we are looking at these two consecutive restrictions. Here the heights are 4 and 3, but the result happens to be 5, which corresponds to a building in between these two. So how do we get this number? Remember that we are trying to get the maximum possible height. This is the left bound and this is the right bound. So what we can do is take the number of steps from the left bound to the middle plus the height of the left bound, because remember that we grow 1 with each step, and we can do the same for the right bound. We take the number of steps from right to middle plus the height of the right bound, and we can divide all of this by 2. That's how we get the maximum possible height. Now, this amount of steps is exactly the same as the distance between these two buildings. How do we get the distance? Well, we do right minus left. 10 minus 7 is equal to 3. And now we can add the two heights, 4 and 3, and 3 plus 4 plus 3 is equal to 10. This divided by 2 is equal to 5. So this is the final result, and as you can see, the maximum height is 5. Time complexity for this approach is big O of r log r. Why? Well, remember that we are sorting this array in order to iterate restrictions in order. Space complexity is big O of r, which is given by sorting in Python. With this in mind, let's go with the code. First, we can add left and right bounds. So regarding left, restrictions dot append an array with an ID of 1 and a maximum height of 0. Now we can sort this, restrictions sort, and let me copy this word. Regarding the right bound, we can check if restrictions at the last element has an ID that's different from n, we need to add the right bound. So restrictions dot append an array with n as the ID and n minus 1 as the height. And now we can see that r is the length of the array. And now we can scan restrictions from left to right and from right to left. For I in range from index 1 to r, we are checking the current and previous indices every time here. So first we get the distance between the buildings. Here we do restrictions I0, the current building, minus restrictions I minus 1, 0. Remember that we always work with IDs here. And the height of the current building, restrictions I1, is equal to the minimum between what we already have here and the distance between the buildings plus the height of the previous building, I minus 1, 1. We can do exactly the same in reverse, so we can copy this, and here we go from r minus 2 to minus 1 in steps of minus 1. The distance is always right minus left, so here we use I plus 1, here we use I, and down here we use I plus 1, okay? Now with this we can build the result. This is initially 0. For this we need to iterate restrictions again, so for I in range from index 1 to r, the distance every time is equal to restrictions, let me copy this, I0 minus restrictions I minus 1, 0. The heights, height 1 and height 2 are equal to restrictions height minus 1, 1, and restrictions I 1. And now with this, we can get the current maximum height between the two restrictions. So we take the distance plus height 1 plus height 2 divided by 2. And every time the result is the maximum between what we already have and the current maximum. Now here, after the for loop, we can return result. So let's submit this and see if it works. As you can see, this works and it's very efficient. If you found this useful, please drop a like, subscribe, and see you in the next one. Bye bye.